Welcome everybody. We are doing some Simulator Sundays a little bit earlier than normal. You gotta watch Dallas Cowboys. They're the night game tonight. Right now the Rams are playing and probably not winning, playing Seattle. It is it's December. I almost said September. But it's December 4th. 3:33, so we're kind of off on our times a little bit, but that's okay. I just decided I'll do it a little bit earlier and we'll watch the Dallas afterwards. This way we can get our normal time in, or at least not the normal time, but the normal stream in that we do. Been playing Farming Simulator 22 with Baseman. You know, the picture from the beer keggers. Some of you may or may not know that happens on Twitch. Also, they do show up here on the YouTubes as well. But we are here at LAC, and there's a bunch of intermodals here that have been processed, but they have not left yet. I just finished a Depot Plus, almost 5 hours, 4.5 hours. I now can do yard work and locals, anything I want to do minus Yardmaster and dispatching on Depot Plus. So in the future we may do 1 or 2 there. I still try to do it here. You just have to pay so much more attention on Depot Plus. Here mistakes are okay. You don't want to make them. Depot Plus, they say mistakes are okay, but everybody always feels bad for it. I mean, when you run a train off the rails and it disappears on Depot Plus, I don't know that it's as acceptable. You know, Mateo server here where we're at now, a little bit more of a learning environment, so that we're very helpful in trying to help each other through learning how all this stuff works. The Depot, based on the way it is, they already want you, or Depot Plus, they want you to know what you're doing already, which, you know, we kind of do. But we are going to do some Yardmaster duties today right here at LAC. LAJ is being worked, LMC being worked down the street, and I think he's going to build a train and stop by Porphyry, which is PPH. He's at La Mirada, which is LMC. Porphyry's in Corona. Going to pick up some stuff on the way to Barstow, I think. We were discussing that right before I said, oh, I got to get this thing going. So here we are, where you got to do paperwork and all that stuff, but I do paperwork off the air. Just my little document that I made so I could track stuff. So let's see what we have here in the way of trains. So these are going to Atlanta. This says it's going to Chicago, so I don't know that Atlanta and Chicago is necessarily the same path. We send it to Tulsa, and then from there it can go to Chicago. That would make more sense. So this is from Chicago to Hobart, but it's not necessarily going back that way. Well, there's some Chicago ones on here. So we will rename this one. And looking at it right now, it is the 93 cars, 93 loads. Those are all loaded. So let's just change this to Tulsa, and from there it can go where it needs to go. So we'll send it. It's all off map anyways. Nobody even knows. So this one is now a LAC to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we will get everything ready and leave it for whoever is going to take it. That's reverse, that's forward. Go on to the back of the train. That's the front. You wanted to go to the back here. There's the back. So we got some foreign power on the reverse. It's going to be your main DPU here, DPU lead. And this is an MU that is reversed from the DPU. New train from Chicago to Holbert. So we'll just leave it like that. All right, so we just did a F7 sheet to make sure everything, all the airlines are on. And we will make sure that main is 102. We just want to make sure that everything is ready to go here for whoever takes it. I'm going to get the paperwork up on my other screen here that you can't see. If you're part of the Mateo community server, you'll know what I'm talking about. The spreadsheets that we made in order to track what is in the yards. This is San Bernardino sub. At LAC, we are on track. My voice cracked there. That's ramp number 1 over here. That's for our shuttle that goes between Fresno and San Bernardino and here. That's New York. Gotta get some power for that. The QLAC Tulsa is going to be on ramp 3. Like 3. So ramp 3. My handy dandy thing. It's released. 8245. We're going to change the designator to Tulsa. Because it has an intermix of Chicago on it. 93 loads, so this is going to require 6 total engines. 2.9 would be 5. And we're in a 3-2 configuration here. We got 3 in the front, 2 in the rear. So that gives us, according to the actual, HPT of 3. So that's good. 2.0 in this Cajon sub. And 2.3 through Mojave, so it does meet that requirement. It's a Q, so it has 3. Perfect. Whoever set this up already, thank you so much. We should probably actually, it might be too long. We got 2 more here. They're going in the same direction, so we'll get power over for those. So let's go over there and grab some power. Right, that is now released for sure. Ramp 3. Ramp 2 is going to be this guy. We relinquish this train. Put in the Discord there, the Mateo Community Server Discord for the Run 8. That this guy is ready to go. All right, so that one's ready to go. Wait, so we do have, what is this? That just showed up? Was it already here? It's back on the ramps a bit more. This is going to Fresno. You can look at the cars themselves. LAC, so FRS, yeah, those are going to Fresno. All right, let's get a couple engines for that one too. They're all sort of backwards here. I think we only need 3. Are these loaded or not? Oh, let's see. Relinquish. Let's get a couple engines started here. All right. Got 3 engines starting up for the Fresno intermodal. You might need to grab another one and put it on the back, but it's already facing the right way. Got these 2. I'll go on the back of one of these others. Got a whole bunch of power here. All right, let's go in here. Close these angle cocks. Disconnect. All right. We're going to set this as the lead. Check everything here. One of the mistakes that I made before is not checking everything, and then you get to going, and then all of a sudden something's wrong, and you didn't know ahead of time. On the lead engine here. Turn on windshield wipers. It's actually raining in Los Angeles right now too. That's on. All right, we should have control of this locomotive. However, take off the handbrakes manually off these guys. Then you see that there are handbrakes applied, but that's going to be for this whole line of engines. Thing not on? I don't think this one actually started, even though I told it to. Those ones are, this one wasn't. All right, so let's get the reverser in forward, give it takeoff. A little bit of stress here. Here it goes. What's up, Mr. Creates? How are you doing today? We're going to have to go all the way around too. I have to find a track to get around on. We'll bring it back to this switch here, and then we'll see where we can go from there. I'm doing all right. I started a little bit earlier today due to the football game. Dallas Cowboys are coming on a little bit later. We did update or change to a huge, it's a 12x map in Farming Simulator 22 yesterday. So you probably saw there's some mods, which the map's in there to download. I think I added 2 more mods last night after, because we were missing something, so I added those in there as well. If you downloaded it before this morning, then you would need those 2 extra ones, but if you download the December 3rd mods folder, it should have them in it. Anyways, they're independently on there. There's two in there that have your name on them, 2 Arco, that you would need those as well. You'll download the 3rd December, yesterday's tonight. If you downloaded it yesterday, then may not have, but it's a huge, it's huge map. Oh, it's kind of nice. So big that they don't work in multiplayer, but I've got helicopter sprayers, and they simply don't work. I tried them on single player, it worked fine. Either a mod is stopping them from working, or they just simply don't work in multiplayer. We can spray fields single player with that mod, so I already tried it today, it worked great. So I am going to probably come down one of these tracks here. See which one's free. Yard has not been touched in a few days. You can go down that ramp, either one of these ramps. We can go just a little bit past this switch now. Go past this one. Toss this switch here and then we'll go connect this up. So as this is going to come out on YouTube, if trains are a little bit more fun in a short amount of time of streaming than Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator, I mean, we on this new map yesterday, Baseman and I cleared out some trees, cut the grass, took down a couple fences, and it was like 5.5 hours. Similar to this, where just moving a couple trains around takes a few hours, but nothing like that. That's more Railroads Online kind of time, which I'm redoing that as well. I have stuff on this track. The Railroads Online map that I had before, I have started redoing. I have almost, I don't have the smelter or the iron ore, I think it is. I think it's the iron ore mine. I don't have those connected. I have the coal mine connected. There's some things I want to redo on it. And I have all the other industries connected. Just not the smelter and the other one. It's a much different path, so I may redo some of the path as well. From the coal mine, that is. Tough has just exited, so I don't know how far he got on building that LMC train. He said he was going to take them, but I restarted in order to stream, so I don't know if he had any questions. I didn't get to. Don't see any here in the Discord. He's still in the Discord. We got to make sure that we have our switches lined up here as we're coming up on them. We are doing way too fast in the yard. I was watching other things. I care about speed limits. We ripped our arm off on the crane there. I think this was going to that Z intermodal shuttle train. Oh, that's back. That's better. So we're going to go straight through here. Did I not turn the windshield wipers on here? I always forget. You can't do it with the mouse. So this is 8173. We'll take a look up here. One's good there. Should have brought a whole bunch of engines here and just broke them off here. I will do that for the next set. Like we are lined up all the way down through. So I guess we're okay for that first shuttle because that's going way over there to that set, and everything else is going to go where I'm coming off now. Before we throw anything here, get to the right sub. We're up here. On the back side of that now. Just want to make sure there were there was nothing coming this way. Go down here then. All clear. We'll go ahead and throw that switch now. For some speeding again because I wasn't really watching. We can take care of that. LMC bar is leaving. Stop at PPH and get more. Thought I was going to grab him some DPs, but I didn't do that. We can run over there and do that here on his trip. It's going to take him a while to get there. Actually, we got to go down further. So I have these signs out here. I got this from Garrison, the idea from him. What we want to do is that whatever color you're looking at the sign, the color behind should match. So now that one's lined up the way that we want it to on the inbound side. That way AI can come in here. It's lined up correctly. That one's green, so. We try to let, we run some of the supply trains are currently turned off, by the way, because we're doing a server cleanup for December. This is cleaned up, we'll turn them back on. But we have the switches lined up so that when they do spawn, AI will be able to get them into the yard and then they'll stop. We throw a switch against them. I did ask John, the developer, if it was possible to have many of these train routings go in there. And he's like, well, Auto wasn't really designed to be a full dispatcher. It's just really to route, trains throughout the world, just to base so they can pass you and looks like it's real. They weren't really, it wasn't designed to be able for AI to pull in the yard. I understand that, what he's saying, but it would be nice if we could get some things moved in the yards, some of the bigger yards. So like LAC, West Colton and Barstow currently work. Those are the only two that I'm aware of. He wasn't sure if Bakersfield did or not, but. All right, so we just need to hook this up, do this shuttle. And we can release this one too. Hello, Mr. White. Shallow will work sometimes, right? Well, a lot of these yards work sometimes. That was the thing. Same thing with LAC. One of the reasons that we use LAC also for Malabar supply trains, we'll have it come in here. And that way when somebody has an opportunity to move it over to Malabar, we do. And otherwise the AO will just drive it right past. But it'd be cool if we can get them to park in the sidings and then a human can take over. But, you know, I understand it doesn't want to go in all yards because you might have cars there and it can't. But from Barstow on a smaller server, like we're actually pretty good right now. The Mateo community server, actually really nice in that everybody's moving stuff all the time. It really gets to a point where there's almost nothing left to do. And that's not bad. We could always spawn more. I have an end of train on this guy. Hop off here and pull that off. This has been processed. All right. Uh-oh. I wasn't working on that EOT. Almost came crashing in here. All right, let me do this. Let me relinquish the train. Let me grab this guy. F7. Control F7 to bleed all the cars. And now we can relinquish, grab this guy again, come on back. That way all the airlines are plugged in, all the cars are emptied, and we'll charge it. Air. I don't know if that was good enough. Let's see if we can stretch it a little bit. Yeah, I grabbed it. All right. Okay, so we have the brakes, parking brakes, hand brakes are now off. Go to partial on this guy. That one stayed closed, so that's good. I want to rush all the air through. Make sure that these are open. So the rear of the train. That one's closed. Put a attach an EOT on that. We can open it. There's no air in the train right now. We're not going to blow our PCS like we usually do. There's no end of train on here. That's usually a problem. The MU is this one. I thought I already set this. All right, now we're good to go on the MUs. Weird. I set that one as a lead, but I didn't, you know, do the auto on each one. Yeah, deleting a corrupt train. I mean, why does it get corrupt? I think that's the real question, is what makes it corrupt? I've actually seen people driving them, and then, you know, they have couplers break and they put them back together, and then I've seen it drive half a train. I'm like, where's the other half? They're like, it's there. And I'm like, no, it's not. They're like, no, it is. And I'm like, all right. And then I show them, and they're like, oh, through a stream on Discord. And then so what we do is we have them get out, copy it, delete it, put it back in. It's no longer corrupt. So this one's going to take a while. Let's see. Let's put the parking handbrakes. But I just want to put them on the engines. I don't like doing the whole train unless you're tying it down. So we do have the handbrakes on the train. We also have, I lost my train of thought. We got to see where this one's going anyways. So this one, this is the shuttle. So this is LAC FRS. They're full. Intermodal shuttle. And this is a Z train. Call a 04. That's it. So take a look here at our 2.4. It's not a lot for a Z train, but we can put one on the back and help it. Although intermodals don't always have that. We might grab another one. I'd like a little more in 2.4, especially if it's going out Mojave. If it was not a Z train, that would be something different. So we'll grab one more and then bring it on over. While it's airing up. See what we got over here. I want to use those. Looking for one that has a couple facing the right way. There's 4. Just do this. You know, I could simply spawn one and put it where it needs to go, or just down the tracks, but I don't want to do that. Oh, fun. Put these guys on the very back. I didn't relinquish, did I? Nope. And relinquish. Let's take all the locomotives, all the power, move it around. This is how I set up mine normally. Everything that I do is tail to tail. That way you can put it anywhere you want. Problem is now I need one extra locomotive. Oh, you know where I could check? Could also check down here. A little bit closer. This was going to Barstow, by the way. Broke apart around Del Oro. The grade there, so it's kind of a rough spot for that to happen. Just looking to see if there's one. Let's send that back one day too. I don't want the -9 on the front, so I could grab it. All right, relinquish train. We're grabbing it. Dean's over there working. If there's a way out of the fuel. Nope. On the siding here. Set our switches. Probably not the right horn, but that's okay. But probably get us a Leslie on there. -9. Oh, that's the wrong. See what we got here in the way of their horns. Don't have any, huh? I don't think that's right either. If there's somebody who will let me know which horn you're supposed to have on the -9. Watching this later, comments below. Okay, so I don't have the, I bet you I don't have the generator filled on. The dynamic brakes, gauge lights, step lights, raining. Reversers in forward. Giving her gas. All right, so one more thing. Power and run, now it'll work. I believe this is 4,300 horsepower too, not 4,400 like the newer Devos. Learned something the other night. The SD stands for, well, now I just forgot. Standard duty, special duty. Alright, so now we're just going to reverse back to the yard. We're going to make our lead engine the, I don't know if this BNSF or ATSF. I don't see a sticker in here. Just 682. ATSF. Oh, I didn't. I thought it said BNSF on the side with the Santa Fe on the front. Nope, not BNSF. Santa Fe. Not perfect. Don't need that yet either. That's the one we want right there. So this switch should line us right up. Now that ain't gonna, yeah, that's gonna work. We're on this one. Are we on the right one? Go back and look again. Yes. All right. Got the key to Shift F11. That's so weird to see an AI train. You go going down the main and there's like 5 cars on it. You're like, where's the rest of your cars, dude? I don't know. Yardmaster left it for me like this and made me take it. There's putting along the main here, 16 miles an hour. Guess we can still plan. This is headed back. Rainy night here. So we got to bring power over for this cut, and that cut, as well as these 2 cuts. We have to connect those, and I don't know if we have enough power here. I might have to run back there and grab some more. Got 3, 4. Interesting. The fire cell, though, here on the Mateo community server, though, we're trying to get rid of everything. Get it all off of the server, clean server going into the new year. On all the customer cars, all power, everything. We don't want 1 car remaining anywhere. So if these guys are loaded, those are loaded, going to New York. Those are loaded and going to Memphis. Those are loaded, going to Atlanta. Yeah, we're going to have to go back and get more power. Those are Chicago. Oh, we're going to have to do a little mix and match. New York, New York. Well, New York and Chicago can go together, but Memphis and... These are New York City. These are New York City. That's Chicago. Atlanta can go with Memphis, but what do we got back here? Nothing. That's Chicago. New York. I have to do a little shuffling. Atlanta's can go. We want to make them too big, though. All right, is my other guy back here yet? 23 coming in. Oh, how much planning I can do then? New York here. We got to get New York there. Probably going to be intermodal. That's probably 4 as well. 4 engines. Two Atlantas. We could probably put a whole bunch on there. All right, let's go down here and close that switch. Open it again when we need to revisit the more power. All right. Once this guy gets here, hook her up, and if we have enough air on everything, then we'll release it. Take a look at our HPT once we connect it. I'll watch speed here in the yard. So New York City's there too, I think. These guys? Atlanta's on the other side of them? Yeah. But I think that one's complete. That one's ready. Just down out here in the rain doing all this. At 682, Santa Fe 682 coming up. Join the party. There's no way. Oh, did it open the other one? No, how did it? Oh, because there's an end of run on it, or end of train, I bet. Because this wasn't even opened yet. That's what the end of trains do. Pain in the butt. All right, so now we got everybody connected. Go in here. Okay, so we have 77 on the rear. That's good. We don't have a PCS open. Good. Just brakes. That's on the engines. Something's rolling around back there. All right, just go ahead and shut these guys down now. Take a look at our HPT. 3.2, that's much better. All right. What about the dynamics on the fourth unit? Document that. That one came from fuel depot, so that should have been full. That one's completely full. Now I say, this guy is ready to go. Document that here in a couple minutes. Go get some more power. New York City run. Oh, that's a long one. We could still fit more cars on there, which there were some New Yorks over here, right? And there. Yeah, we should move those. Too much for that track, though. Let's see what we got with once we get everything hooked up to it, though. Might send a longer intermodal. Going off map, no big deal. So that one, let's see, what do we want to take here? All right, relinquish train, let's grab this one. These are not started. Use forward to this one, which is perfect. Gonna back that one up here. I'm gonna connect it to the other one. I'm gonna back the other one up so we can get where it needs to go. Can actually just back in and connect to there because that's we're going to take 5 of them. Oh, we're going to grab all of them. I thought. What am I doing? I didn't know what I was doing there for a minute. Got to take all the engines. Just do a big power move. Take everything we got and figure out where everything's going to go. It's all intermodal, so put everything on the front end, the head end of the trains. Guys are all turned off. I turned off the brakes on them, but treating them like cars first. Get them all hooked up. We'll turn all the power on. We'll back this one up, push that set and a set ahead of it. If we need more, we know where to go get more at the refueling yard. Make sure I don't run a signal back here. Could always give myself a restricting if I need more room. Oh, no, I don't. I can just go around there. Goes to UP. Pay attention to the switches and not attention to where we were going, so I passed this one by a mile. Oh. And put it in reverse first. Okay, let's push these engines back. Let's connect everything. Let's take everything we got. Yep. All set up. All lined up now. That'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2, 4, 6. So we got 12 power units, 12 motors. Get them started shortly here too. Turn off the brakes. Too much effort for these little guys. How many engines here? Too heavy? All right, it's not going to do it, so let's go ahead. That is lead unit. We'll back this one up so we can control which everything's going to be. Gotta wait for it all to start up. Starting. I don't like when you relinquish before it started, it will stop starting. Start it again. Just got to push this one into those, these two and that one into those, so MU's good there. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, now we can start everything. That's good, that's good. MU is going to be backwards. One. Might be a little loud here. MU, and that's forward. MU is backwards. He's forward. He's backwards. He's forward. He's backwards. All right, I think we are ready to go. Got a lot. We got 12 locomotives, 12 power units, 12 motors. Captain wants to move. Yeah, Set everything up already. Again, we're going to be going on the twister there to UP, right there, UP's yard, intermodal yard. Weeds. I don't remember what track we went down before. It was one of these. Three mains. Yep. Beautiful sound. Sure, nothing's actually back there. Nope, we're good. All right, before we set this whole crazy mess, we'll verify that this is the right track. Get here. I think this is the path we took before. It. Now we're moving. It's like, we're not even moving. We got all the switches set, right? Find out in a minute. And decently hard, too. Not outside here, but I'm about 60 miles away from LA. Trying to get the game on, so I wasn't watching the speed there. Hey, can't be the right channel. Yeah, NBC. Okay, let's watch our speed now. We definitely don't want to derail in our own yard. That would be embarrassing. There we go. Bleeding off the air off the lead, trying to use Indies. So once we get to the end of the track here, we'll figure out what to peel off and what to put on what. That'll take probably another hour. I barely put any independent brake on it. You hear them all squeaking and stuff. Have somebody look at those brakes. I said, those brakes are fine. They just make a little noise. Couldn't use them. A little power here so we don't take 2 hours getting to the end of this track. All good. So we worked LAJ so many times, which is really just right over there. There is some work to do over there. Customer said us, but I figured since we've done it so many times, we would not be worrying about that tonight. We hadn't really done anything at LAC, and I saw all intermodals here ready to go, so with the exception of power. I figured we'd do something a little different. I hope it's working out. You're enjoying it. As I said, I've already run trains for 5.5 hours today, or 4 hours and what? We'll get that number right now. 4 hours and 49 minutes. Just a couple, spent a little bit of time over there in Depot Plus today. I didn't run anything in November. Last time I was over there was in October. I need to get some time in there. I said now that opened up a lot more for me too. It's time based. At 20 hours, you can pretty much run everything. So that was something I was looking forward to doing. I've never been a big road guy. You've seen me do a few road trains here on the series here on this channel, but not my favorite thing to do. I like kicking and all kinds of other stuff. So who is this guy coming in here? Or where is this going? Yeah, that's supposed to be coming here. You see how it just went by. So we'll wait till it gets up here. Stop it. As it gets closer here to the signal. I could try to throw that signal right there. Where are we at? We already passed that one. This one here. Turn that off for a second. Drop that signal. That one dropped, and I don't think he's going to make that. Let's see if he makes it. That would be interesting. I don't even know where my engines are, but I don't think he's going to make that. Be a struggle for him. If I get him a restricting and the next one is dropped, so that's fine. We'll get him stopped here and then we'll figure out what to do with that one, since it didn't come into the yard or even come close to where it should have. There's our train that went too far. No, we want it in the middle here, right? Oh, we had some LA stuff. Get some stuff there so we can peel those off. Most of them need to come in here though. Just off this part. Let's get those engines in there where they need to go. Okay, here we come. Backwards. All right, he's headed to Porphyry. He's almost there. Let's see where this train's going to be stopping there, which is perfect because then we can potentially grab it, put it in the yard. As I said, it's an LAC train, which is supposed to come here. It was driving right past, which happens all the time. This guy is going to go over here. Pick off what we need for that. This is New York. I don't even know if we can fit engines on that one. A whole lot of engines there. Time I look at it, I was like, dang. If I get most of this over here, I can grab three. Grab three here. The handbrake's on. Connected. Actually, I can leave them and run because I've already disconnected the MU cable. So when I tell these guys to come backwards, they should not go. They should go into the handbrakes that I have on. All right, let's see what's going on here. Run, run, and run. MU reverse. MU reverse. But I've disconnected the MU cables here. There it goes. I didn't do nothing, I just redid the same thing. Now we're going to grab these. Back them up again. Right down through the bridge. That's why they squeak. So there's only 3 engines on here. We'll have to see how it does, what the HPT rating is. They're all intermodal, so they should probably all have 4, but we'll know here in a minute. I need one facing either that way, or I need to tuck one in the back in between the cars and this. Get the right HPT. Go underground again. All right, and we want to go back. I think it's this one. Yeah, because that one's ready. See a lot of singles on there, but they're all loaded. Figure it out. You could always just make this a standard like not a Q, not a Z, an H. Lower priority intermodal. Trying to maintain speed without going too crazy. And yep, all the airlines on this are not connected, so we'll have to take care of that too. Slippery air hoses here in the rain. Go to our F7 and then control F7. All the hoses are now connected throughout the cars. Take a look at our ratings here. HPT 2.2. Gonna need one more engine on it. Okay, so let's figure 4. Actually, we can just leave that one open. This one's closed. Disconnect. All right, coming back a little bit more. Release pressure on the knuckle. I'm just gonna leave this not attached to these cars, so I know I need to put more power in between them. Okay, leave that one running. So check out our other ones over here. Thought I was flying. So both sets of these are going to Atlanta. I think that needs to double up. That one's going to double up, which means that we are going to connect power to that one there. Got to give it enough power though. That many cars. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to peel one of these off here in the very back. Handbrakes on, handbrakes off on this one, coming back. But every time you gotta reset stuff. Closed, close, disconnected, disconnect. Now we can come back. Okay. Put couplers. So this is the one that we'll put on that LA train over there, or the New York train. Get it out of the way. We're gonna have to go to the gas station and get more. Okay. Park the brakes on. Verify. Throw this switch. Relinquish. Now we'll grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put 5 on it. Going to New York. Or Atlanta. That's the Atlanta train. We're going to disconnect. Close each one of these. Make this the lead unit. The coupler's tight or not. Nope, can't do it where it is. So we will pull forward. I still gotta do this though. No, I didn't do. I gotta disconnect the MU again because I pushed those buttons. Nope, almost hit the disconnect the air hoses. Would have ECS opened. And now we're good to go. Open coupler, can't do it. Go forward, come forward. Something's still not working correctly. Let's run, make sure nothing's isolated. Oh, we have the brakes on. All of them. This one we wanted the handbrakes on. This one we wanted the handbrakes on. I kept pushing the auto buttons. Got to come back here and do this. Now we can go. About time. And we'll disconnect here and back this right into that train. And then this one should be ready to double. Take that guy, put it here, and we'll have to go get more power from the gas station. We'll just need to label everything and document. Let's see. I'm gonna have to push this back. F7, lead. So that's straight. So we'll bring it back a little bit. HPT currently with these cars is 5.6, so once we double cars, it should be roughly 3.5. That should be fine. coming back, but not as fast as I'd like to. Here we go. Want to clear the complete switch there. Broken couplers, so we broke something. Where did we break it? Came too hard on the brakes, I didn't have air in them. I forgot these were full. Now we got to find the coupler. One broke. All right. Not connected, so let's do the tagger. We got 59. So 842. Oops. I put on my glasses because I can't see. 842. Guess we can just walk up and down, look at it, every one, but see the very last one here. Okay, so it's connected. So, oh, you know where the, I have a feeling it's right behind the engine. That's the only thing that had brakes on it. Turn all this stuff off so we can see. A couple cars behind the engine, I bet. Could be an air hose off, I think, if the coupler's broke. Hop over these. Go on this side. Searching for a broken coupler. I didn't think I was going that fast, but I kind of was. Kind of hurry up. Still haven't eaten yet. All right, well, it's not as far up as I thought it was, apparently. It looks like it's going to be a lot more towards the rear for all the weight. Ripped it apart. Is it possible that the coupler broke, but the airline didn't pull apart? That you may have to go into further investigative detail, find out which one of these broke, if it did in fact break. Weird, because it's telling me the entire train is connected. Usually when a coupler breaks, the train is no longer connected to each other. I could pull forward, but I figured just looking for an airline disconnected should be it. I mean, it's like the last car. We were already there. Start in the back, work my way forward, so I didn't have to go all the way to through the train. But here we are, almost through the train. Gives you a broken coupler message, but it didn't break, huh? Well, we're gonna find out here in a second. I heard the cars moving though, that slack in them. I know that intermodals have a lot of slack in them already. But yeah, it's quite possible. I needed to close that anyways. So we'll figure it out when we end up pulling this out anywho. So what I'm gonna do, it has everything that we need in it. We'll shut all these down. I'll do the paperwork on that here in a minute. Relinquish this F7, roll F7 to bleed all the brakes so that at least all the airlines are plugged in. These guys here, wasn't those ones. Was it these ones? These are the ones that I started to, yeah. Didn't have enough power on here. Yeah, the windshield wipers just gone. So we're gonna pull these forward. I'm gonna take that one engine and put it on the rear here. That's crazy when it tells you there's a problem, right? And there's not. So I will pass this switch here where we go underground and come back up. That way I can bring that other engine all the way around and connect to the back. I like it because it's facing the other way. It's not going to disrupt. Oh, it's had a few times over at depot. I remember coming down Cajon Pass, like patch 3 or whatever, or the first patch. I think it was the first patch 3. Coming down Cajon Pass and doing dynamics. I'm wondering why I was speeding up. You remember that problem with the dynamic brakes? They weren't working. They weren't registered. That was interesting. Like I said, I just happened to do it on that time when there was a problem with them. Pull this forward. Actually, we can't. We have to. This one is MU not connected. It's going to need more power here. Earlier I was talking to my wife while I was operating that train on the depot, and I reached over to hit the horn at a crossing. It's kind of sitting back a little bit. Hit the horn and hit the crossing and on the rail driver, and I ended up hitting the E-stop with a automatic, like shift F5 or whatever it is on the keyboard. Like, oh no, came to a dead stop, and it was on a a grade anyways, like out there before Needles, after Barstow. That was terrible. Had to get it going again, but I didn't break no couplers on that one. Oh, nope. So we're gonna need some more power on this guy here. We need more room too. We'll shuffle that around a little bit. All right, F7. Parking brake on that one. That one off. Okay, that guy's ready. So it's weird when you switch locomotives, you have to go through and hit all your switch. Oh, I didn't put an end of train on there. I want an end of train on there. Causes problems. Oh, it's removed. Okay. Now we're going to connect this to the back of those other engines and then push those all the way back where they go there and be done with that guy. And at the 23-mile-an-hour mark here in the yard, just parting the yard, getting ready for the Cowboys game to come on, so get this done and be done in time to watch that. Jump off though here after I pass the bridge. I gotta go through and like turn on the step lights and all these at night, which is fine. I think just the front and the rear ones are the only ones that really need it. Ones you'd be jumping up and down on. All right, we're connected. You connected. Brakes connected. Partial and partial. Flow is good. Relinquish. Grab the front one over here. MU's connected. Must have something. Oh, you gotta make that the lead unit. That's why this one was. All right, MU reverse on the rear. Okay, the lights work. Here we go. Pretty bright, or pretty dark, so we use the brights here. This should give us enough power for that guy, so I can do paperwork on that and release that as well. So if you want to run some intermodals to help the cleanup efforts that are going on, we have the shuttle that's going to Fresno. Obviously, you can take it as far as you want, park it in the siding, and somebody else will get it the rest of the way there. But we've got ramp 1. This one is ramp 2 and ramp 3 ready to go. There's a double up on track, I don't know, is that 5 or 9, whatever it is. I will get that one updated in the paperwork. I just got to get a couple more power units on the first 2 sets there. So we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4 that needs a double, 5 and 6 intermodals out of LAC that are all headed eastbound and down. If you want to grab those and get them out, paperwork will be updated here in about 20-30 minutes. It will be released, and you'll be free to take them once I release them on the paperwork. Please wait till I do that. Connect that. A partial on this. Open there. Bled that just so that very last one, I don't remember if it was. Now we blew PCS on that. Oh, it happens. Catch EOT on this guy. This one will be ready to go as well. What I'll do is go back to the front right here. We now have a 2.9 HPT on this one, which is good for this one, wherever it's going. We close this angle cock, and that one should be open. It's closed. That's open. It just needs to be bled out. It should already be bled. Yep. Connect that guy. Get some air going down the line. And that'll be it for me here. LAC, we got a number of these things ready to go. I've got a couple more to get going. We'll release those in the paperwork when we have a chance. Plus this one that came in, I'm gonna have to do something with that. So, turned off the auto. I think that one already went out of here. Yeah. Somebody turned on the DS back on, so that one took off. So I didn't post it in Discord, I turned it off, so somebody else turned it on and was trying to drive a train. I understand, and that's fine, because the other one is just gonna basically delete it and put it in the yard anyways, because it missed where it's supposed to go. So thank you everybody for watching. That's gonna be it right here for me, and we'll be back on Wednesday night on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Kung Fu Beer. I think we're doing the Foley still, the Foley Scholarship Edition. Old game, but gotta beat some kids up. So we will see you then, or next week back here on Sunday. I don't know if we're doing this, Farm Sim, Flight Sim, who knows? We're gonna do some sort of simulator. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care, everyone. Have a great week.